blue-green as though they were carved from precious jewels instead of ice. This is how beautiful caves are formed by glaciers. In this example, our topic sentence is located at the end of the paragraph, which is, this is how beautiful caves are formed by glaciers. Okay, after discussing an expressed topic sentence, we have implied or unstated topic sentence. Example, have you ever seen a spider web? One web called a ladder web. It is long and narrow. Another web is called an orb web. This kind of web resembles a wheel. The implied topic sentence here is, not all spider webs look alike. Did you get it? Good. All right, now let's proceed. Topic sentence has also two parts. One, the topic, and second, the controlling idea. The topic is the subject of your paragraph, while the controlling idea limits or controls your topic to the one aspect that you want to write about. Here is an example. My sister Liz was born lucky. The topic here is my sister Liz. The controlling idea is born lucky. Okay, so that is our first part, topic sentence. We proceed to the second part, which is the supporting sentences. What is this? Okay. Supporting sentences tell more about the topic introduced in the topic sentence. Supporting sentences give the reader more facts about or examples of the topic. Example, our topic sentence is, the people in my country make a special dish from the Ayasak flour. Our supporting sentences should be, where the flour grows, where you can buy the flour, when you eat the dish, how will you make it, and how will you eat it. The third part is the concluding sentence. What is this? Concluding sentence is the last sentence in the paragraph. This tells the reader it is the end of the paragraph. It is similar with the topic sentence. They are both general statements. Now, there are two ways to write a concluding sentence. What are these? First, you can say the topic sentence in different words. Second, you may summarize the main points in the paragraph. Many concluding sentences begin with one of these phrases, like in conclusion or in summary. Examples. A normal adult usually has 32 teeth. These are classified into 4 kinds: the incisors, the canines, the premolars, and the molars. The incisors are the 4 teeth in front in both the upper and the lower set. These are followed by a pair of canines. An adult has 2 upper canines and 2 lower canines. Next are 2 premolars on each side for a total of 4 upper premolars and 4 lower premolars. The last 3 teeth on each side are called the molars. These 4 kinds of teeth make up an adult's 32 teeth. You can observe that our last sentence is the statement to conclude the paragraph. Okay, next example. My sister Liz was born lucky. She has a beautiful smile. When she does something bad, she smiles and my parents are not angry. She does not study hard but always has good grades. After school, she does her homework in 5 minutes while she watches television at the same time. In conclusion, I believe that some people are born lucky and some are not. Okay, our concluding statement this time is the last statement. Okay, that is our lesson for today. I hope you were able to understand it and you're ready to answer the activities prepared for you. In What's More, you will be presented with Activity 1, Activity 2, and Activity 3, along with Assessment 1, Assessment 2, and Assessment 3. If you have some questions, you ask the help of your parents or your guardians or siblings. You may also contact your teacher through text, call, or you can send message in Messenger. You have to answer also your post-assessment so that you will know whether you mastered the learning competency or you need to go back to the activities where you got low. Use the answer key at the back page to check your answer. This is your module on parts of a simple paragraph. I hope you will have an exciting time accomplishing the activities. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Hi! Sagot ka naman. Ganyan. Magandang araw sa'yo. Maalala mo ba ako? Yung guro mo sa Module 1.5. Teacher Corazon Villena mula sa Alejo Empacalzo Memorial National High School, di ba? Tayo ang partner ngayon sa new normal. Ang tinatawag natin na eskwebahayan. O, new word ko yun ha. Believe ako sa'yo. Malakas ang pagpupursigi mo. Maganda yan. We heal as one, di ba? Sa katatapos mong aralin, Module 1, Aralin 1.5, nakilala mo si Manding. Maalala mo? Sa dula na kahit hindi siya nakapagtapos ng kurso ay sinikap niyang itayo ang kanilang buhay ni Nita. Hindi siya umasa ng tulong sa kanyang ina at kanyang mga kuya na nakapagtapos ng kurso. May maayos na buhay, di tulad niya. Ngunit sa kabila ng kahirapan, ay umusbong pa rin ang matinding pananalig sa Diyos at pagmamahal sa ina. Balikan natin ang tula ni Manding sa kanyang ina. Sabayan mo akong basahin ang tula ha. Pasko! Pasko ngayon. Sa kabi-kabilay, masaya ang lahat. Laganap ang tuwa, siglay nakasabog. Daigdig may galak. Kaluwalhati ang pahatid ng Diyos ating nilalasap. Kaya bawat tao, ang bawat kinapal, maligayang ganap. Ako, dito sa puso, pag-ibig sa Diyos lalong tumitimyas. Ngayong pusong ito, ang kayamanan kong matibay, matatag, tanggapin mo ina, hindi maluluma, hindi malalansag. Alam kong nakaramdam ka rin ng hinanakit sa kanyang mga kuya nung binasa mo ito. Tinitimpi mo ang iyong kaisipan sa pagiging makatotohanan ng pangyayari sa dula. Totoo yun, di ba? Kung gayon, atin nang simulan ang ating aralin. Nasa aralin 1.5 pa rin tayo, ngunit sa module 2. Tungkol ito sa mga ekspresyong nagpapahayag ng katotohanan. Ang aralin ay paglalaanan mo ng 2 oras. Inaasahang malilinang mo ang most essential learning competency sa module na ito. Most essential learning competency. Nagagamit ang ekspresyong nagpapahayag ng katotohanan tulad ng sa totoo, talaga, tunay, mangyari pa, ganoon nga, sadya, at marami pang iba. Tulad ng mga naunang module, upang maging makabuluhan ang iyong pag-aaral, ipaalala ko lamang ang sumusunod. Basahin ang bawat panuto sa mga sasaguting gawain. Isagawa ang mga gawain at pagsasanay sa aralin. Bawat araw, dapat may matapos ka. Siguruhin na personal mo munang sasagutin ang mga gawain o pagsasanay. Para sa iyong pagkatuto sa MELC, narito ang inihandang mga gawain na iyong tapat at matiyagasanang sasagutin. Narito ang mga gawain. Pagsusuri kung ang pahayag ay makatotohanan o opinyon. Pagkilala sa mga ekspresyong nagpapahayag ng katotohanan at opinyon. Paggamit sa mga ekspresyon sa pagbuo ng mga pahayag na katotohanan at opinyon. Bago ka magpatuloy sa mga gawain, narito ang mahalagang kaalamang bibigyan ng puntos. Una, ano ang ekspresyong nagpapahayag ng katotohanan? Pangalawa, naihahambing ang ekspresyong nagpapahayag ng katotohanan sa mga ekspresyong nagpapahayag ng opinyon. Pangatlo, paano nakatutulong ang mga ekspresyong nagpapahayag ng katotohanan sa makabuluhang gawain tulad ng pag-uulat at pananaliksik. Ano ang katotohanang pahayag? Sinasabi na ito ay nagsasaad ng ideya o pangyayari na napatunayan at tanggap ng lahat, hindi napasutubalian o napagsisinungalingan sa ibang lugar. Ito rin ay may siyentipikong batayan gaya ng agham o siyensya. May suportang datos, may pag-aaral, pananaliksik, at suportang impormasyong napatunayang tama at mabisa para sa lahat. Kapag hinahango ang kaisipan o ideya mula sa ibang sanggunian o pananaliksik, gamitan ng mga parirala gaya ng nasa ibaba para mapatunayan ang pagiging makatotohanan nito at magiging mabisa ang iyong pahayag. So, ano yung mga iyon? Batay sa pag-aaral, totoong. Yan, dudugtungan mo yan. Mula sa mga datos na aking nakalap ay tunay na. Yung 3 tuldok doon, ibig sabihin dudugtungan ng iyong nakalap o nakuhang datos. Ang mga patunay na aking nakalap ay pwede rin gamitin ang ayon sa dalubhasa na patunayan na, o ano ba yung napatunayan mo? Isa pa, isang mabisang pag-aaral at pagsusuri ang isinagawa. Kaya napatunayan. O ano yung napatunayan? Idudugtong mo dyan. Napatunayang mabisa ang. Ayan, ipahayag mo kung ano ang napatunayan. At maaari din ang gamitin mula sa pagbe-verifika ng mga datos at impormasyon na patunayang, ano yung napatunayan? Pwede rin gamitin ito. Batay sa resulta, pinatutunayan ni, o di kaya mula kay, o di kaya sang-ayon sa tinutukoy na mababasa sa maaring pahina or aklat ang pwede mong idugtong doon. Ang opinyon ay pananaw ng isang tao o pangkat ng mga tao na maaring hindi totoo sa iba. Walang katiyakan o walang sapat na basihan. Karaniwang hindi suportado ng datos o scientificong basihan. Ilan sa mga ekspresyong ginagamit naman sa opinyong pahayag ay ang sumusunod. Naniniwala ako sapagkat ito ay opinyon kaya manggagaling sa iyo. Sa aking palagay, ano yung palagay mo tungkol doon sa pahayag na yon? Ang opinyon ko sa bagay na ito, yan, idudugtong mo yan. Pwede rin gamitin ang palagay ko. O di kaya, baka ang mga pangyayaring, ano yung mga pangyayaring iyon? Pwede rin ang marahil ang bagay na ito ay, o ito pa, pwedeng ang mga pangyayari, o di kaya, sa ganang sarili, ibig sabihin ikaw yon sa opinion mo. At pwede mo rin gamitin sa tingin ko. Yun ang mga ginagamit natin kapag tayo'y nagpapahayag ng ating opinyon. Ngunit tandaan, ang mga positibong opinyon ay gumagamit din ng sumusunod. Tunay. O halimbawa, tunay nga na mapanganib ang COVID virus. Talaga, ganoon nga. Ganoon nga ang ginawa niya. Yun ay positibong opinyon. Mangyari pa, o di naman kaya ang salitang sadya. Ang negatibong opinyon ay gumagamit ng ngunit, subalit, habang, at samantala. Ngayong nalaman mo na ang mga ekspresyong ginagamit sa pagpapahayag ng katotohanan at opinyon, nakatitiyak akong kayang-kaya mo nang sagutin ang mga gawain. Kayang-kaya mo, di ba? Inuulit ko, hindi masamang magpatulong sa iba, ngunit dapat mong tandaan na lubos kang masaya sa isang bagay na talagang pinaghirapan mong isagawa. Kaya, maalala mo pa ako, selfie muna, di ba? Bago ka pumunta sa call your family, chat a friend, call or text me, di ba? Isang text lang ako eh. O ano, pwede na tayong magpatuloy. Maraming salamat ha. Muli, ang iyong guro, Corazon Villena. Bye!
Great morning, learners! Welcome to our second session with representative elements, but this time with its compounds. What compounds are formed when family A elements combine? This blank periodic table will guide us to determine the location of the elements that belongs to representative elements. All elements that are placed in the colored blue cubes belong to representative elements. The elements found at the middle are called transition metals, which you will later learn as you proceed to higher grades. Before we discuss further, let us look at first the focus of this discussion. We shall focus our discussion with number 1. Trace the possible combinations of familiar representative elements. Then, we shall explore the combining capacity of the representative elements. Let us now look at the elements that belong to the representative groups which can form common compounds. What do you notice with this periodic table? Yes, there are positive and negative numbers above each column. The positive one above column 1 speaks of the number or the capacity of the element to combine, meaning to say it can donate 1 electron so that a compound will be formed. For elements below family 2A, they have positive 2. This means they can donate 2 electrons to another element so they will form compounds. And so with the rest of the elements. Let's have an example. Hydrogen, which belongs to family 1A, has 1 electron to donate. When electron of hydrogen combines with oxygen, they form H2O, or water molecules. That is why you have there 2 below H, because it needs to donate 2 electrons, which oxygen will also accept. Another example of an element that comes from family 1A is Na, or sodium. It has an atomic number of 11, but it can only donate 1 electron, as indicated by positive 1 above the column. When sodium combines with 1 electron of chlorine, they form a compound we commonly call salt. So salt is an example of a compound which is formed by the combination of a representative element. Salt is a common compound which is formed from the combination of 2 representative elements. What makes it possible for these elements to combine? As we have said, they combine because of the presence of electrons that can be donated and accepted by these elements. Let's have an example of this using formula. So when hydrogen, which has positive 1, meaning to say it can donate 1 electron, combines with 2 electrons of oxygen, it needs 2 hydrogen to form the 2 molecule of water. Another example using the symbols, we have sodium combining with chlorine, needing 1 electron, they will form sodium chloride. You notice with this formula that there are no more numbers as a subscript. It is simply because the positive and negative will cancel out. In this symbol, you can no longer see subscripts. Why? It is simply because Sodium donated 1 electron and chlorine accepted 1 electron. So there is no need to write the subscript of 1. What have you noticed with the combining capacity of the representative elements? We have here a definition of the combining capacity. An element's combining capacity is the number of electrons it needs to gain or lose in order to gain or attain stable ion. It is also the subsequent ionic charge that the element possesses. Take note that the combining capacity will be used later on to predict chemical formulas, so it is essential that you know how to figure them out, just like what we have done in the example. Let's go back once more to our periodic table. So this is our periodic table. The positive 1 and the positive 2 are the metals that loses electrons. For positive 3 or elements under family 3A, they also lose electrons. For 4A family up to 7A family, these are nonmetals who gain electrons. So this is the combining capacity of the elements. It is also known as the ionic charge of elements. Let's again use these examples. You notice with the formula formed by this compound, which is lithium oxide. Lithium has a subscript of 2 because it needs to donate 2 electrons, while oxygen has no subscript because it accepted 2 electrons. The same with sodium and chlorine. When they form the compound sodium chloride, there is no more subscript when their symbols are written. The formula shows that the element's combining capacity refers to the number of electrons that needs to gain or lose in order to become stable. So you notice salt now is a stable compound. That is why we can hold it. I hope you will enjoy learning more of the combining capacity of the representative elements in your module. Good luck and thank you.
Hi, good morning guys. I hope you are safe and eager to continue learning despite this pandemic. I am Shaila Kawang, your Arts 9 module developer which focuses on Western arts traditions. This module was developed for Benguet Division. In your previous module, you had learned a lot. You were able to describe, determine, and compare the characteristics of artworks produced in the different art periods. Definitely, you enjoyed answering the activities given in your previous module, right? Now, it's time for you to finish the race for Arts Grade 9. Try to recall the discussions on the different topics of Arts Grade 9 from the Western classical art tradition. The types of arts, namely painting, sculpture, and architecture of the ancient art. That includes painting from the early ages and Egyptian era. Classical art, we have the Greek and Roman eras. And lastly, the medieval periods. We likewise have the Byzantine, Romanesque, and Gothic eras. In this module, you will produce your desired output through the guided activities so as to master the competency which is to apply different media techniques and processes to communicate ideas, experiences, and stories showing the characteristics of Western classical art traditions. If we go further, arts output explains the languages of emotions an individual is experiencing. All walks of life, may it be the joyous and saddest part of his life experience. It is evidently shown that arts are connected to our everyday moves. To add with, it distresses, it is developed as pastime, and it could increase your personal self-esteem. May it be painting, creating things that can satisfy your wants, inventing musical pieces that include singing and dancing to the maximum of your likes, and creating output using media techniques, utilizing the computer world, and the likes. This module then will assess and guide you as you apply media techniques in your art. It depends on your own choice on how will you do it, as long as it will communicate ideas, experiences, even your own stories. Using this given picture, you will be making a photo montage activity, whereby you can alter, change, add, overlap, rearrange the picture to form a new image that conveys something you wish to imply. Utilize the smaller picture found on the next page for you to come up with a new image. Think of a unique way in creating a quality output. Remember, that mirrors what you feel. Work on the other given activities of your photo montage in this module. For sure, you will appreciate your output. For activity number 2, which says, I'll decorate my paintings. Utilize the smaller pictures to form a new image, and that is exactly a photo montage. Paste it in the new bigger picture. Likewise for activity 3, the same procedure as what you did in the previous photo montage. Name and label your output, and it is expected to be placed in your accordion folder during the submission date. Criteria and basis of points for your output will be placed in your folder. Please be informed. If you have questions, please call or directly send a private message in my chat box, Kawang Shaded Chu. To end with, love your output, use your time wisely, and work thoroughly. Keep on producing an output through your unique stories, visible in your own art. Good luck, young artist. Stay safe.
Hello, our dear Math Explorer. How are you today? Welcome to another session of Exploring Mathematics. I am Teacher Jomar. At this point of our session, we will be learning how to solve routine and non-routine problems involving division of fractions. Don't worry, I will help you get through the challenging activities. One thing more, you will work together with your learning buddy. It could be your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, or any adult who can assist you in answering the different learning tasks in your module. This is the module that you will be using for this session. This is intended for learners in grade 5 like you. You are encouraged to actively engage yourself in exploring the module. Read the directions carefully and do the learning activities provided. Before the main points and activities in your module, make sure to answer first the 10-item test under What I Know to measure how much you know about the lesson that we will have. Previously, you learned in your math class on how to solve problems involving multiplication of fractions. Do you still remember the steps you used in answering the problems? Let's have a time with them once more. Here are the steps that we used. First, know what the problem is asking for. Next, identify the given facts. And then, identify the operation to be used. Then write the number sentence. After that, solve and perform the indicated operation. Then state the final answer. How about dividing a fraction? How do we do it? Well, dividing fractions is as easy as pi. Flip the second fraction, then multiply. Oops! Don't forget to simplify before you say goodbye. Let's have this example. We have 4/9 divided by 2/3. So it says there, flip the second fraction. So we will get the reciprocal of 2/3. That is 3/2 or 3/2. And then after that, proceed to multiplication. So we will have 4/9 times 3/2. So we will get 12/18. And reducing it to lowest term, we will get 2/3. And if you encounter a mixed number, just change it first to improper fraction before going through the process. We will be putting these previous concepts in dealing with our lesson today on solving problems involving division of fractions. Let us have this problem. Harold has 3/4 of a bag of dog food. His dog eats 1/10 of a bag per week. How many weeks will the food last? Before we go back to the step-by-step process of solving the problem, let's analyze it. The problem clearly asked how many 1/10 will fit to 3/4. Let us use a model to see the problem clearly. So we have here 3/4. And we have 1/10. Now, how many 1/10 fits to 3/4? Remember that our equation is 3/4 divided by 1/10 equals n. So 1/10 is our second number. So how many of our second number fits to our first number? So let's try to see it. How many 1/10 fits to 3/4? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1/2. Based from the model, the food will last for 7 1/2 weeks. Now, let's consider using the steps if we will arrive at the same answer. Again, the situation is Harold has 3/4 of a bag of dog food. His dog eats 1/10 of a bag per week. How many weeks will the food last? So the problem clearly asked for the number of weeks the food will last. And the given facts are 3/4 of a bag of dog food and 1/10 of a bag per week. The operation that we are going to use will be division, because we know, and it is clearly stated in the problem, how many 1/10 are there in 3/4. After that, we will have the number sentence. In this case, it is 3/4 divided by 1/10 equals n. Now we are ready to solve. That is 3/4 divided by 1/10 equals n. Flip the second number, so we will have 3/4 divided by 10/1 equals n. Then proceed to multiplication. 3/4 times 10/1 equals 30/4. 30/4 is an improper fraction, so we will make it as a mixed number. So that is 7 2/4. 2/4 can be reduced to lowest term, that is 1/2. So we will have 7 1/2. So stating the final answer, we will have the food will last for 7 1/2 weeks. Let us consider another problem. A baker has 5 1/4 pies in her shop. She cut the pies in pieces that are each 1/8 of a whole pie. How many pieces of pie does she has? Again, just like what we did in the first problem, we may follow the steps to solve it, or we may use a model. This time, let's try to use the steps first. Using the steps, we say the number of pies the baker has is what the problem is asking for. The given facts, we have 5 1/4 pies and 1/8 of a whole pie. What is the mathematical operation to be used? That is division. And the number sentence combining our given facts and our operation, that is 5 1/4 divided by 1/8 equals j. Then solve. 5 1/4 divided by 1/8 equals j. This time, 5 1/4 is a mixed number. So to be able to perform the operation, we need to change it first to improper fraction. That is, 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1, we got 21/4. Divided by 8/1 equals j. 21 divided by 4 times 8/1 equals 168/4. Reducing it further, 168 divided by 4 is equal to 42. So the baker has 42 pieces of pies. This time, we are going to use a model. We have here the illustration of 5 1/4. And then we have 1/8. Now, how many 1/8 fits in 5/4? Well, just count how many yellow blocks are found in our third column. So counting it, we will have 42. So the baker has 42 pieces of pies. Wow! You are on the right track. I know you can do the next set of activities in your module. Read the directions carefully and finish all the tasks presented in the module. Good luck and have a wonderful time accomplishing the activities.